For more on this, let's bring in Peter Newman. He's a professor at Curtin University's Sustainability Policy Institute and a member of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. See, I don't want to sensationalize the story, but I have to ask you, does this pose an existential threat to Iranians?
Yes, it is an existential threat because it is due to climate change. And the same thing was faced by us in Perth, a city of 3 million people, with the same kind of impact when it just stopped raining. But for 20 years before that, it was slowing down. It was getting more and more related to a shift of the rainfall further and further south. The deserts were on the move. And this continued till it stopped, and we had to do dramatic change. And when that happened, we went for desalination, and we now have 3 desalination plants. There's only 8% of our rain-based water is now being used in the water supply. It's virtually all desalination and some groundwater that's related to that. So you can change. You must if you're not going to be an abandoned city. We were destined to be abandoned, but we saved our city by immediate action. You can do it, and it is not that expensive, especially if it's renewably charged with power.
So as I understand, Professor, Iran needs to take both the short-term and long-run measures. What do you think is that one thing that they need to do right now at this point?
Well, I think right now they've got to have significant attempts at reducing how much water they use, and that can be done quite quickly and get to some groundwater. But the main thing is that they're going to have to get a pipeline and desalinate seawater using renewable energy, and that will take 5 years or so to get going, but it will need to get moving quickly, and they'll need international people to help and to show them how to do this, but also how to enable it, because it will need to cross borders to get to Tehran.
Fascinating insights, Professor Peter Newman. It's always a pleasure talking to you, sir. Thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World.